video.
So what are you going to teach me today, Jesse?
I'm going to teach you square root equations, how to solve them.
What is a square root?
A square root is this thing, you see it there, it is? Square root?
In Dutch we call it wortelteken.
Yeah, wortel. But, so the question is, the square root of x minus 1 minus 3 is 0. So the general approach is to first isolate the square root, so move all other things to the other side, and then take the square, solve it, and check the solution.
Okay, so we move the 3 to the other side.
Yeah, we move the 3 to the other. This 3 goes to the other side. Okay, it's on the other side. And now you can take the square.
So the square root of 9 is 3, I suppose.
Yes.
Right? Because 3 times 3 is 9.
Yes. So the square root of x minus 1 is 3. So on both, if you want to eliminate the square root sign, you just take the square. So then it's gone, but then you also have to take the square root. It's 3 and it's 9.
A square is like the
2.
To multiply it by itself.
Yeah, multiply it. 3 times 3. And then x minus 1 is 9. It's 10.
Oh, because you moved the 1 again?
Yeah, I moved the 1 to the other side. So we check the solution. 10 is the answer. We fill it in here. 10 minus 1 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. Minus 3 is 0.
Yay!
So it's correct. Other equation. Square root of x minus 1 is minus 3.
Okay, so now if I remember correctly, we should first do the square of minus 3.
Yes.
Because we already moved everything to the other side.
Yes, what's the square of minus 3?
Minus 3 times minus 3 is 9.
Yes, there's the 9. So x minus 1 is 9. So x is again 10. But we have to check the solution. Square root of 10 minus 1 is square root of 9 is 3. But we wanted to have minus 3.
Oh.
So it's not correct.
So is it not possible? Or
no.
So this basically could not
be solved.
Exist.
No. Square root is always positive. So we asked if it is negative.
Yeah.
Then the equations say no.
Then you can laugh at your teacher.
So examples 3. We have 10 examples. Maybe we can make.
Oh, Ty, I'm going to sit down.
Square root of x minus 1 is x minus 3. So it's already isolated, so you know what to do. Square. So okay, so we take the square and then we have x minus 1 on this side. But the x minus 3 becomes x minus 3 squared.
Okay, so you have to solve the x on both sides.
Yes. So we're going to write this out in 3 terms. So it's x squared minus 3x plus 9. So it's x squared minus 6 plus 9.
Because you square first yeah, okay.
Yeah, you square this one, you square this one, and you also have in between terms. Like this one times this one and this time times this one. So this is the thing on you can just write it out. And then the only thing I now do is move this guy to the left and this to the right. Because I like it more on the left.
Just a matter of personal taste.
No, at the end I want to have an equation or a term is 0 and I don't want to have 0 is a term because 0 is not a term. A term is 0 and not...
Okay. But now you
0 is not something. 0 is 0.
I would expect that you move the 9 towards the side of the minus 1 and the x towards the other side, but that's only...
No, I want to have it in this shape.
Because you want to have 0, so...
I want to have 0 and I want to have... This is not the roots, square root again. It's just an... quadratical equation. So we're going to solve this.
Yeah, now I'm confused.
So I want to solve this x.
Yeah.
If we find this x, we find this x. So what we do is we need two numbers whose product is 10 and whose sum is minus 7. So 2 times 5 is 10, but 2 plus 5 is not minus 7. But minus 2 times minus 5 is 10, and minus 2 plus minus 5 is minus 7.
Okay, now you completely lost me.
So this equation, we can write it like this, because minus 2 times minus 5 is 10, and minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. And x times x is this. So that's a trick to solve this equation. You can find you would like to write it like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So you basically just find two numbers where you can both, how do you say, subtract from each other and multiply with each other.
Yes, the product and the sum.
Yeah.
The product has to be 10 and the sum has to be minus 7.
Yeah. Okay.
And
we ignore the x squared.
Yes, it doesn't
now.
have anything to do with that. You just look at the 10 and the minus 7. But sometimes this is not possible, and then you have to use the general formula of quadratic equations. But now it's possible to do it like this, and I have my first video is on this.
Okay, and now so basically you're left with two answers. Either
Yes.
x is 2 or x is 5.
I have two answers, and now we're going to check if 2 is an answer or 5. So I get two possible answers, but maybe it's not. So we check 2, so we fill it in the original equation. 2 minus 1 is 1, square root of 1 is 1, 2 minus 3 is minus 1.
So it doesn't...
So the first one is incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
The second one...
I solved the second one. 5 minus 1 square root is... so 5 minus 1 is 4, square root is 2.
Yes.
And 5 minus 3 is also 2. Yay!
Okay, x is 5 is... we found the solution. Only one solution.
Oh, it's getting more and more difficult.
No, now we have the square root of something and the square root of something. So the only thing we do is square again, and then all the square roots disappear.
Okay.
If you square...
Yeah, on both sides. Yeah,
yes, I square here and square here, so 2x minus 15 is x, and that is just a linear equation. This x now goes to the left.
2x minus x minus 15
is x, and
yeah,
then
so
this...
then is x minus 15 is... Oh!
This x goes to the left.
Yeah, so then...
x minus 15 is... x is 15 is the answer. So we can check it. 2 times 15...
30 minus 15 is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Square. Okay, this is correct. Next one. Square root of x squared plus 9 is 5.
Square on both sides
yes.
is x squared plus 9. X squared plus 9 is 25. Yep. And then we move the 9 to the other side. X squared is 16. Oh, 4 or minus 4. Yeah, yes. I would forget about the minus 4.
Mm-hmm. And then we check.
Mm-hmm. And then we find out it's both.
They're both correct.
Yeah. I start to like it.
And now? What do we do? With square root of x plus 8 times square root of x minus 8 is 15.
I would say square everything again. So then you get x plus 8 as one term, x minus 8 as another term.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it in between brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Then you square 15.
Yeah, 10 times 15 is 150.
Plus 5
times 15 is plus 50 plus 25 is 200 plus 25. 225? Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, and then we again have to multiply the x by the x.
Yeah, x times x is x squared.
And should you not also do the plus 8 multiply with the x and the x multiply with the minus 8?
Yes, but that's 0.
Yeah, I know, but still I want to show off that I understand.
Yes, 8 times x and minus 8 times x.
And 8 times minus
and
8
then
is 64.
we get really simple equation.
Yeah.
So the 64 goes to the other
We
side.
can count 289.
Yeah, and then you have to take the square root of 289, which is 17. Of course, everybody knows. Who
You
does not
only
know
know it
this?
because your birthday is on the 17th.
And then also minus 17.
Yeah, and then we have to check again.
Check!
And
Square root of
apparently
25.
one of them is correct.
5 times 3 is 15.
Yeah.
The other one is not correct because we have a negative thing.
Oh yeah, and that could never
X
be.
is 17. Okay, and now x times the square root of x plus 3 is x. We go really quickly. We square everything. X squared, x plus 3, x squared to the other side. X squared is in common, so you move it outside the brackets. X plus 3 minus 1, which is x plus 2. X squared is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. X is 0 or x is minus 2. X times square root of x plus 3 is 0 times square root of 0 plus 3 is 0. Correct. Second one, x plus square root of x plus 3 is minus 2 times square root of minus 2 plus 3 is minus 2 times square root of 1 is minus 2. Correct. Two solutions, x is 0 and x is minus 2. Example 8, we only have to do 3 more examples.
Oh no.
Come on. 3 plus square root of x minus 3 is x. What do? The first thing we do.
Square everything!
No!
Oh no!
Isolate the square root.
Oh yeah. Duh.
3 goes to the other side.
Remember, children, always isolate the square root.
They're not children, are
It's just a matter of
are
saying.
old people,
I
maybe.
consider myself a child as well. You see, I'm still
Okay.
playing with toys.
Okay, remember babies? Okay, so we move the 3 to the other side. We take the square. We solve the equation. We get two answers. We check them both. And we find that both answers are correct. The next example, x plus square root of x squared plus 2 square root of x plus 5. Okay, I guess everyone is gone now.
Hang on there, you brave.
2 square root of x eliminates this guy. 1 plus x is 4, x is 4. We check it, it's correct. Last example. Square root of x plus x minus 1 is 0.
Square root.
Yes, yes, we isolate it. We take the square. We multiply everything out. We get a quadratic formula.
Oh, whoa.
We use the ABC formula.
Like, how do you
We
call
get
a breuk in English?
a fraction.
Fraction.
We get two fractions and a square. This is really hard.
Oh.
We use the calculator. We find that this first one is 2.62. But this is positive. This is 2.62. This is minus 1. It's never 0. The second one is 0.38. We take the square plus 0.38. It's around 1. Minus 1 is around 0. So the second one is correct.
More or less. Around 0.
No. The approximation is almost 0, but the exact value is exactly correct. So you use your calculator to check if it might be the good case, might be a good solution. So the summary. First, isolate square root.
Square the square root.
Square everything, left and right. Solve the equation and check the solutions. Goodbye.
There could be more than one. Goodbye.
Let's say goodbye together. Goodbye. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe for this channel. Subscribe if you want to learn more mathematics. Goodbye, Jesse, and this is Gemma. Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you, Jesse.